Trying it again. Bobbly, Fretzel, and Jolie, take 3. Even though they technically should have died that first time, but we'll ignore that. Go! You know what? What happens if we start going at an angle now while we still have tons of power? Cut the throttle a little bit, heading toward that 90-degree mark there. There we are. There. Now what happens? Apoapsis won't grow very quickly, very much, but as we accelerate, should increase it a bit. Maybe I'm just waiting too long to start turning? I don't know. I have no idea, because if I were to keep going the normal way, it'll just create a giant apoapsis, but I won't be orbiting. It'll just be a giant parabolic spike. And that's not what I want. I'm burning out of the atmosphere now. Explosions on the way out, that's fine. I don't think that's too much of a problem. And maintaining this, apoapsis is dropping. Not ideal. We're losing a lot of momentum. Are we too heavy for this little rocket? We might be too heavy. Maybe that's the issue. Well, apoapsis is growing still. 1,100 meters per second. God damn, we picked up a lot of speed. Let's cut some of the throttle, prevent overheat, and wait and see what happens this time. I think it won't work, though. Yeah, no, this isn't working. We're still not growing. I think we just need more power, is what we need, and I know exactly how to do that. To the assembly building. We need... cut it off here, move that aside, get this out of the way. We need this to split. Not that one. This one. 3. Oh, this is still in the way. Fuck off. There we go. And then... and then everything goes horribly wrong as it tries to figure out what the hell I'm doing. I don't think this works for in the middle of the ship. Alright, let's take this stuff off for now. Put this back to where it was. Come on, game. Come on, game. Fine. I'll rebuild the whole damned thing then. I don't think this works in the middle of the ship. I think this whole thing might be wrong just at its core. Stop not doing that. There we go. And now we'll get decouplers. 5? Or is this 6? This is totally 6. We get that. And then propulsion. Some of these fuel tanks. No, you know what? Some of these fuel tanks. Go big or don't go. Zoom this out a bit so I can see what we're doing a little better. Go on. There you go. That on? On enough, I think. And then we'll give that mainsails. There. Simpler design. Better design? Probably not. Control the large SAS modules and then the giant nose cones. Will it be enough? Probably not. If it's not enough, we can add more stuff to that. Like the solid fuel. Solid fuel is usually pretty good for getting out of the atmosphere. You can't usually go wrong with solid fuel. How strong is the solid fuel anyway? 315. Not as powerful. Not as powerful. 850 fuel though. Good bit of fuel for the... Good bit of bang for the buck, really. But I think this might be okay. We'll just tie it together a little bit. Structural tape. Got it, and then let's get some more up here, just for safety. Safety is my #1 concern. He lied. Right. There we go. We'll go with that. We'll see how this goes. To the moon, version 2. Launch. Wait. Abort. We need that. 2.1. Save. Go. Wait. No, let's change these first. This stuff should be kind of sort of okay, but I'm just making sure. think that's that guy there. I think that's him, because that's the radials, and then that's the big one. Right. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Put the pad and proceed. We'll see how this goes. More power. Ish. I don't know. Is this more power? I can't really even tell. This is actually, I think, less power, because we still took off one of the big engines. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. SAS on. Throttle max. And go. Cut the power a little bit. And overheating, still climbing, still climbing, still climbing. Cut the throttle a little more. A little more. There we go. I think that's good. That's good. We're spiraling a little bit. Counter spin. I'm trying to counter spin. There we go. Really stop spinning, kind of, sort of. How are we doing? We're doing kind of okay, I think. Oh god, stop spinning. It spins so much. Ah, I'm holding E as hard as I can. Please stop spinning. Here we go. There we go. And next. Go! We're spinning so fast. Stop the spinning. Please stop spinning. There we go. Stop spinning. Stop spinning. SAS off. Slow down. Slow down. Everything you're doing needs to stop. There. We chill? I think we're chill. Can we cut the power yet? No, up. To the right a little bit. There. No, stop. Why are you so bad, SAS? There. There. How are we doing? We're doing. We're at a slight angle, but we're still climbing in speed, so I'm not touching anything. We're leaving it. Not touching anything. Throttle couldn't go up more, but we're going to keep it there because of overheating issues. I can just space out at this map. Haha, get it? Space out. God. Overheating's not climbing, is it? It is ever so slightly. Cut the throttle a little more. Now it's dropping. Now we're good. Apoapsis is utterly massive, but we are still gaining momentum and spreading in that direction, so we'll just wait. I'm thinking before I was going at too sharp of an angle. I was getting too fancy. Maybe didn't have enough power. It's hard telling. How are we doing with fuel anyway? We're doing fine with fuel. 3 of these thrusters, I think part of the issue was because we were kind of sort of heavy. One of these thrusters wasn't quite enough. Hey, look at it. It's giant, but that's okay. Overheat is kind of sort of climbing-ish. Was anyway. Readjusting to the apoapsis a little closer. Still gaining speed. We got plenty of power now, I feel. I could probably cut it at an even sharper angle. Kind of afraid to, though. Let's go for it. See what happens. If this doesn't work well, then I at least know where I went wrong. Still gaining speed. Still spreading. What if I went all the way? There we go. Right there. That's looking pretty good. Still gaining in speed, spreading. Apoapsis still growing a bit. Here we go, look at this. I'm pulling off an orbit. I just hope I have enough fuel to get to the moon afterwards. Shouldn't be too bad. Because I'll just burn on the prograde and extend the apoapsis when I'm on the periapsis side of things and pull off an orbit. That means that someday we may reach the moon. And ideally crash into it. We'll like intercept its orbit in such a way that we're standing in front of it. Orbit's growing, or the speed growing very quickly now. I think more thrust was the trick. Maybe I was getting too fancy. Maybe I wasn't. Who knows? To the Moon version 2.1 looking very promising so far. A little concerned about the fuel though. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about, but that's an easy fix. We got enough force here. I think we can add on another one of these fuel tanks if need be. And be just fine. I should still have fuel up here, right? You're not like draining from that? No, good. Good. That is separate. Good, because I need that fuel so I can actually land properly. Haha, landing. That's funny. Look at that island. Look at that thing. That's a pretty neat little island. I could almost land there. Almost. Fuel's looking okay. Overheat, not really an issue. And almost establishing an orbit. In apoapsis, very much. 1.5 million. Yeah, and growing. So I probably could have waited a little bit, gotten a little closer to the apoapsis before doing this, but I didn't want to kill any of my momentum. We're going at an excess of 2,100 meters per second, accelerating at about 10 meters per second-ish. Overheat, still not an issue, still a good bit of fuel. Periapsis just about to form. And there we go, there's a periapsis. Let that extend to about 70,000, so it's outside of the atmosphere. And I'll tell you what, this is actually looking really good as far as that angle goes. Looking really good. Let this get to 70,000 and then cut the throttle. There we go, cut the throttle. Let ourselves get over to the periapsis and then burn in the prograde direction and extend out this apoapsis to the point where we hit the moon's orbit. We'll probably miss it at this point in time. If I was a little smarter, I would have waited prior to launch until the moon was in a proper space. But I don't think I'm smart enough to figure that out. We'll just extend time a bit here. Yeah, because that moon's... We've missed the moon, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. If we're looking to get a proper orbit of this planet, then we would be retro-burning in the periapsis. However, we're looking to extend the apoapsis. So we're going to burn in the prograde direction here of the periapsis and extend the apoapsis. Said that a few times now. Burn that away. We'll wait until we're a little closer. Get as close as you can without going over. That's the most efficient time. We'll start like, I don't know, 20 seconds away. Something like that. That's pretty good. We can start burning here. Make sure we're right on the dot with this thing. Why are we tilting? Stop tilting. There we go. Begin thrusting. Fuel looking a little low. But look at that apoapsis. Doesn't need to grow very much more. Cut the throttle a little bit, little bit. How we doing? We're there. We are there. We can actually burn retrograde a little bit. Retro burn. Right. Yeah, about there. Burn ever so slightly. Stop. Beautiful. Look at that. So someday now, making sure the periapsis is still greater than 70,000. It is. Now, someday, we'll encounter the moon. It'll be a while, though. But we can speed up time a lot. Not quite that much. Looks like we're just going to miss the moon here. It'll actually shift my orbit if we get there. Looks like we're just going to be accelerating too much. Although, truthfully... there we go. Yeah, I thought we were getting a little close. Alright, so we are intercepting that moon. Where's it at? Moon. There it is. There's the moon. Nope, don't warp time anymore. I want to go to the map. Right, Kerbal periapsis, moon periapsis, moon escape. If we retro burn, what'll that do to us? We don't have very much fuel here, so I have to be careful with it. I can't tell. Well, that's kind of okay, actually. That's what we're wanting. We're very low on fuel. Because we're shifting this whole thing over more. To the point where we might run into the moon again. We're so low on fuel. We're out of fuel. We're at the mercy of the elements now. Suppose we could extend our panels. Oh god, I got those big fat flat ones, didn't I? Oh well, that's okay. They're not going to collide with anything. We start with full charge on the battery, so we're okay there. So we didn't have enough thrust to actually orbit the moon now, but we might run into the moon later on in our path. Oh wait, oh, we're throttled up? Stop throttling. Oh. Oh wait. Oh, we're still heading that way? Oh god, that's the issue. Catch it. Nope. Didn't catch it. We're still orbiting here. Periapsis is absolutely massive, though. Didn't have the thrust to pull off that orbit then at that point in time, but someday we might be able to. Because our periapsis is far enough out, we can actually have the sped up time for much longer. Because when you get too close to the planet, it forces you to go to a slower warp speed. Kind of annoying, but hey, what are you going to do? Come on, moon. It's been 8 days. Going on the 9th day here. Hey, there we go. Tomorrow we'll hit it. Look at what it does to us. We can't do very much. We do have small thrusters and a little bit of fuel to adjust, but that fuel is mostly for landing. I'm not sure how far that fuel's going to go. Let's see here. We're just about at that point where we get influenced by the moon. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're being pulled in by the moon. It looks like we're actually on a collision course with the moon, which is exactly what we want. Looks like it will be the dark side of the moon, though, which isn't ideal. That's okay. Let's speed up time a little bit. I'll take a night landing. Hello, moon. Oh my god, it's coming fast. Alright, let's slow down time. Whoa, this is easy to control. Okay, let's not accelerate toward the moon. Let's point away from it. Do I want to retro burn? Maybe a little bit. So we go more directly into it. Wait. Oh. There we go. Just a little bit. I don't think that actually really did anything, but that's fine. That's fine. And we do still have our SAS module. I kept it on for this very reason, because sometimes it's nice to have it on here. I don't really need the solar panels out. We can actually close these. They're blocked by the moon anyway. It's a crew hatch. Do we still have our... yeah, we do still have the ladder. Good. Good, good, good. Well, we'll need that soon. Get a little closer. There we go. Just a little bit so we start dropping our orbit speed. We need to be going at less than 10 meters per second. We're going to need to thrust harder. A lot harder. Let's just thrust as much as we can to slow it down. We're only a few thousand meters away. I don't think we're going to be able to decelerate enough. Oh, God. Lower the struts. No, we started accelerating way, way, way too late. We crashed into it going 647 meters per second, which is really fast. Right, well, it worked. Is there anything that I would want to change? Maybe a little more fuel. I mean, we can try it with a little more fuel. Let's try with a little more fuel. Let's just throw on another, if I can, God, if I can get in there with it. Just another one of these. Perfect. Perfect. That's, I think if anything were to change, that's what we would do. We'll call this version 2. Actually, I suppose that first one, since it was such a minor thing, could have been 0.0.1, so we'll call this version 1.0 then. Save it. Let's actually load up the old one if it's still in here. Load up this one and rename it 0.0.1. Save. And now the old 2.1. I'm being a little anal about this. Delete. So we got 2.0.1 and 2.1. Version 2.1 being the one with the extra fuel tank. Yeah, yes. Yes, it is. Excellent. I really don't need these solar panels. Okay. I think that's pretty good. 2.1.1, that was a fairly minor adjustment. We'll save it, and we'll go ahead with this one.